minute, don't know. Got a minute of your time. Got a minute of your.
Hush up, gotta live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my side. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. God of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure, it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its side. Fall down, that from my height, cause I didn't see the plank I have in my eye. Sad when no one's to be found. What keeps you eased out? What takes you off your mind?
Yes, you want this, I want this. Everybody in this, we should have it. Stop illusions, it's in your hands. Show yourself, reveal it to them. Take the time to recognize it.
Friggin' just do the intro, man.
Good morning and welcome to our podcast From Vision to Success, where we talk about all things from the beginning of a goal to the end and succession of a goal.
The end and succession of a
But
goal.
what do we focus on, Miguel?
The messy middle.
We dive deep into that messy middle.
It's funny, at the funeral that we were at.
We went to a funeral, if you didn't know.
We went to a funeral. And
It was a beautiful service.
It was. It really, really
Yeah.
was. In the handbook, actually talks about that a funeral service should mimic, without the sacrament portion, a sacrament service.
It was...
Yeah, it should be faith building.
Yes,
right?
yes. So I haven't been to a lot of funerals per se, right? But the ones that I have been to, there is quite a bit of difference with funerals in our church, I would say, with funerals from other churches or other faiths.
Yeah.
I always find that our funerals, and maybe it's just the ones that I've been to, like I shouldn't generalize, but the ones that I've been to that have been like of our church, so faith building. I come out a better person out of those.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think there's and again, there's nothing wrong with, I mean, you're at a gathering to commemorate and to honor and to pay homage to the person who's passed away. But it's like this, like let me compare like this. There are some organizations out there, and I don't want to say faiths, but some organizations that want to remember Christ as a dead Christ.
Okay.
Like what he did for us on Friday.
Okay.
Right? And which is awesome.
Like the painful sacrifice
yeah,
part.
like that's their, I don't want to say their core memory, but that's
their focus.
That's their focus, which is not a bad focus, right?
Yep.
In our church, though we remember and honor what he did on the sacrifice, there's a huge, massive, overwhelming focus on a resurrected Christ.
Yeah.
A living Christ, right?
Whereas the quote that's in the scriptures, the Doctrine and Covenants, and also the proclamation, what's the living Christ?
The living Christ.
And it says that we testify that he lives.
Right.
What a hopeful, like...
And so I think in the funerals tends to be almost mimic the exact same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like while we want to honor the person that has passed away, and we should honor the person that passes away, and an LDS funeral tends to focus on the plan of salvation.
Yeah.
Which is huge, massive, which is the reason why we're here is to build families. And one of the reasons, and then to get to heaven, this is just another stepping stone. But eventually we're going to see this person because it's a part of the salvation. And we have a living Christ, and he died for us, and he resurrected for us. And so there's a huge, massive focus on the Savior and what he did. And so while we remember and commemorate the person who has passed, there's also a lot of hope and focus on what's coming or what's going to happen within the plan of salvation, right? So, and that's a massive difference, because I've been to both.
Yeah.
And I just, when the sole focus is they're gone, it's just, you feel sad and you mourn with them and you cry with them and you feel sorry for them.
It's the uncertainty, right?
Yeah.
You have no idea what happens after they're gone. As opposed to, I feel like for us, there's a true belief that families are eternal and that we will see our loved ones again.
And I saw that firsthand in Puerto Rico when I was serving. There was a lady that literally threw herself in like the coffin hole, right? And she just, and then in her mind, it was like, that's it. It was, they were separating, and then she was never going to see him again. And there I'm there as a missionary, and I'm like, oh man, let me just teach you about the plan of salvation. This is just but a blimp in this big, huge, massive plan. Like, you are going to be with this person again, right? And so, anyways, so that's the thing. But so it was a beautiful.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
It might be a little bit of a personal question. Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Because both you and I have lost our dads.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And the funeral that we went to, it was someone that we've known for years, and it's also someone's dad of people that we know.
Yeah.
Did it bring up some feelings with regards to the passing of your dad? Was there any point where it's sort of like you remembered your dad as well, or was it like?
No. I miss him.
Yeah.
Right. Like I there's not a day that goes by that like there's not something that happens in my life that, oh man, my dad, like we were having Cruz's dinner birthday party yesterday. You weren't invited for a reason, and then
I'm never invited to these things. This guy says like, "Oh, like you're such a good friend."
I don't say that you're a good friend. You claim to be a good friend, but then everything you do goes up against that claim.
He says that we're like family.
I've never said that.
Invited to anything.
When has those words ever come out of my mouth?
All the time.
While I'm like not drunk? I don't drink, but just to clarify that, I don't drink
all the time. But yet, like. Nothing.
Yeah.
I see how it is. That's all right.
Okay.
That's all right. I see.
Anywho, Vida was having a drink.
A beer?
Then
Just kidding.
we got wasted. The entire family.
He's good with that. Just kidding. I'm just joking. I say things just as a joke, people. Please do not think that one, he gives drinks to his kids, and two, that he beats his kids.
Yeah,
he was quite upset about that.
I wasn't upset. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe. If you don't know what we're talking about, last week, my youngest came in here, and the first question out of this woman's mouth was, does your dad beat you? Live, publicly. You cannot take that back.
And you were like, what? Had I asked Levi, I feel like he would said yes.
If you ask any other kid, they would have said yes.
I know, but he was so cute. Did you like his response, like shocked and appalled that I would ask such a question? He was like, no.
Because he's still innocent. The other ones are so like malice. Like, yeah, 100% they would have said yes.
I thought he might have said yes or laughed.
They would have been like, yeah, just this morning.
Yeah.
I took a cereal when I shouldn't have.
I know.
Like these kids. Anyway,
he's a great dad. He does not beat his kids.
Well,
Let me clarify.
Thank you for clarifying that. Any minute now, I'm expecting a call from CAS.
Anyway, go on. What were you saying?
Oh, freak. And so Vida puts her drink down, and then Isla grabs it, and she starts licking the rim around it.
Because listen,
and then spits in it. And she goes,
that's Isla's a mini you.
Oh, but hang on one second. But this is the funny. 100% I would do that. But this is the thing is, my mom starts like laughing. She goes that my dad would do the exact same thing. If he wanted a drink and he didn't want to get up, he would take somebody else's and he would lick it so then they wouldn't take it back. Can you like?
Yes, because I could totally see that. You must be a lot like your dad.
Yes.
So you must be the extension of that. And then, you
and
know,
then
Isla is the extension of you. Out of all your kids, so Levi looks a lot like you, right?
Yeah.
And I think his personality is very much like you. But when I see and interact and hear Isla, I'm like, Miguel.
Yeah, I know.
I love her so much. She's so sweet. She always takes such deep offense when I'm like, oh my gosh, you're a lot like your dad. She's like, excuse me?
She's like, ew, like, what are you talking about? Ew.
Oh.
But so back to your question, the reason why I say that is that every day, I don't think that a day has gone by, or definitely a week that hasn't gone by, that something doesn't happen that will remind me again of my dad.
Yeah.
So yesterday, here's the thing is, Saturday when we went to the funeral, and they were talking about the dads and stuff, and then you saw the mom, right? Like the wife?
Yes.
Okay. She looks so fragile.
Yeah, because she's older, right? I haven't seen her in years.
Neither have I. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, and I was just thinking, how great they loved each other.
Yeah.
Like these two couples, like it was just a textbook love, right? Yeah. Story. How much is she going to miss him now? And how excited is she for her to take that step?
Yeah, because her husband is there, right?
Yeah, her husband's there. He's gone first, and he's probably building a home for her, waiting for her, right? And so when I saw that interaction, And again, and I've told you this before, my room and my mom's room, they're like we shared walls, and so I hear her, and sometimes I hear her crying because there's not a day that goes by that she doesn't miss my dad. And so when I heard them talking about the father, and then when I saw the wife, and I just put myself in her positions, like she's probably wants to be with him now. I thought about my mom, and I'm just like, so the emotions came about where I want. Oh man, and it sounds so morbid to say this.
No, but you're looking forward to the time where she can be reunited. Obviously, you don't want it to happen now.
No, I don't,
you still love and want her here.
Yeah.
But when it does happen, you're going to be.
I won't be as sad as when I lost my dad.
Yeah.
Because I'll be way more happier that my dad now has my mom, or they have each other now.
Yeah.
And so I know that she would be happy, but yeah, my mom's getting older and her body's starting to like give in, and there's a lot of pains, and so I help her up and down the stairs and into the car, and so I know, and she's told me a couple of times, she's like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
And that hurts when she says that, and I'm like, oh man. But
it's getting to this. It's funny because somebody said that when you're younger, you get invited to a lot of weddings, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then as we become our age, kind of the things that we're invited to and the things that we're partaking of is a lot of funerals and end of life.
Have you, I don't know about you, but did the thought, because he was a great man. Like I knew yeah. So you knew him before, right?
Yes,
okay.
I've known him for years.
Okay,
yeah.
so same. And when they were talking about his stories and how much like of a Christian he was, I'm like, I want to.
Yes, right?
Do you too?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know the one that I wrote a couple of things that I was like, I want to be this. Okay, so there was one story that really stood out to me, and it was when he was heading into a 9-hour surgery. You okay?
Yeah, I'm not listening.
Okay. When he was heading into a 9-hour surgery.
What happened?
And he was like, his son was terrified about this surgery. Hold on. I want to pull up what I wrote it. I don't know where I wrote it. Did I wrote it in here? Oh yeah. So he was heading into a 9-hour surgery, and he was like, the son was like, I was terrified, it was like 9 hours. He had aggressive pancreatic cancer, and we were heading in there, and my dad was as cool, cool as a cucumber. And it says he had an irrational sense of hope. I'm like, oh my gosh, right? So anyway, he heads in, and he's like, he's meeting the surgeon, and he's like
giving
fist pumping and saying, "You're gonna do a good job," or whatever it is.
You got this.
I was like, I turned to Mike, and I'm like, I want to do that. And he turned around to me, and he's like, "Remember your surgery?" And you were like, "I told you I had my gallbladder removed last year."
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I told you this story, but when I had my gallbladder removed, I went in. I was in a lot of pain. I went to a Georgetown hospital. Finally, I was scheduled to have a surgery, and the surgeon, the way that he was telling me is as if he was expecting me to be disappointed, scared, cry, and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And he told me, and I was like, all right, let's do this, right? And he's like, okay. And I'm like, I'm excited about this. He's like, okay. He's like, we'll get everything set up and da-da-da, right? So sure enough, they set me up. I'm like all dressed because I was in so much pain. I was like high on morphine, like no one's business. Oh gosh, guys, morphine, amazing.
Not that we're promoting.
Highly recommend only when you're in the hospital and have a serious thing going on.
Rewind this. Rewind.
10 out of 10 experience.
So go out there and score. Just go out there and find the closest dealer just score.
Listen, the level of pain that I was in, it was insane. Keep in mind, the day before, I was throwing up. I was like, I had asked Mike to give me a blessing so I would feel better. And nothing. I wasn't. I was like doubled up in pain the whole night. And I was angry. I was angry with the Lord. I was like, what the heck? I'm like, I'm doing everything right. What is happening? And then the thought came to me like, maybe it's because you need to go to the hospital, right? And then when that thought came, I was like, could it be my gallbladder? It could be my appendix, right? So I looked it up and realized it was my gallbladder. And then I was reminded that my dad had a gallbladder surgery and my brother has had a gallbladder surgery, right? So looked up the symptoms, went in. I have a really high tolerance for pain. So I went in and we're in the triage. And she's like, okay, triage, I'm not a fan of triages in the hospital because the nurses are not always nice. Sometimes they think you're lying. So I'm in there, and she's like, "What's your pain?"
I don't know what a triage is, by the way.
Oh, triage is when you go into the hospital, And there's the first set of nurses that tell you what is wrong, what's happening.
Okay.
And they take the notes, and then they're the ones that assess when you should go in to see the doctor.
Okay.
If it's something like that is like a fever
My
and
elbow
mild,
hurts.
yeah, your elbow, you're like topollillo
My topoillo.
elbow, they're not gonna let you in. You're not gonna see a doctor for hours and hours. But if it's something immediate that requires like help right away, you're seeing that doctor right away, right? So anyway, I didn't want to have this whole thing with the nurse. I was like, I'm just gonna be calm. And she asked me, "What's your level of pain at?" And I was like, "It's between a 6 and a 7." And she's like, "Okay," because I'm calm, right? I'm like, "It's a 6 or 7." She's like, "Okay," and she takes my blood pressure. My blood pressure sky high, like 200. So normal blood pressure anywhere between 120 to 140 on the top number, 60 to 90 on the bottom number, right? My blood pressure 197 on the top. On the bottom, it was like 130. It was high. But I had such a sense of relief and kind of like, I am in pain, right? I'm like, she's seeing I'm in pain. I got in there fast. The doctor came, the doctor there came, and she was like, she's like, "Do you want something for pain relief?" Mike said that even before she said anything else. I was like, "Yes." And then she was about to mention morphine, and I'm like, "Yes." Anyway, got 3 bags of morphine. Amazing. Like
3 bags? Hang on one second, bro. 3
I thought
bags?
I told you this story.
You've never told me that you've done drugs.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
I mean, in this setting, because remember, I was in a lot of pain. Like, apparently my gallbladder was about to burst. A gallbladder is supposed to be tiny. My gallbladder was like, they were shocked that it hadn't burst.
Damn.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm taking I had to wait a long time for the surgeon to come in just because he was on call. So he had to come back from wherever he was, right? Came in, it was 4 o'clock. I think it was 4 o'clock. Anyway, that's when he tells me that the surgery is that I'm excited. I'm like, "Yes, let's do this." I'm getting changed. I'm excited. I'm like, I see the nurse that she comes in and I'm like, "Oh, I love your lashes." You know, I'm big on compliments, genuine compliments. So anyway, I'm talking to her. She's like, "Oh, thank you." Right. So we're talking. And then we go into the OR. OR is cold, man. If you've never gone into an OR, it's like a white room with a whole bunch of different like things and tools.
Yeah.
And I'm asked to lay down, and I'm laying down like this, right? And I was like, "All right, team." I was like, "I am cheering for you. This is going to be an amazing surgery. You guys got this." And they're like,
"Let's end our life now.
Listen,
Let's pull the
they're
plug.
like-
We don't need this."
the surgeon looks at me. He's like, "Wow, I've never experienced this." I'm like, "You got this," right? So anyway, apparently, I thought that was it. I thought I didn't keep talking because then they put the mask and they're like, "Okay, just breathe, whatever, yeah, breathe," and then that's how you go under. So I thought that was the last words that I spoke, and I went under. No, those were not. When I came to, first of all, greatest sleep of my life. I woke up. I didn't know where I was. I'm like, "Am I at home?" I'm like looking around and whatever, right? And as I'm coming to, the nurse was like, "Did you know that you were cheering for us as you were going under?" I was like cheering. I'm like, "You got this. You guys are so good." Da, 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 da. Oh, guys, it was the greatest experience of my life.
See, this is why I can't be a nurse.
It was so good. Like
I would have put like stuff in your food. Just like shut her up. Just shut her up.
Listen, I am a memorable experience to them because
Yeah,
I
you
am
are.
so sure that they usually don't experience that.
No, you know what? I've had nothing but memorable experiences with you as well.
I know, you're welcome. That's
No,
why
no.
I'm like in your memory.
No. They
It's,
haven't
like,
been positive.
Imprinted
They
in
have
your memory.
no. You misunderstood. They have not been positive memories.
Anyway,
But
like as I was waking up, that's what the nurse was talking about, right? So anyway, at the funeral when we were going, they're sharing a story like this, and they're talking about this. What was it? This irrational sense of hope.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's what I want in life. I want when everybody's like, "Oh my gosh," like seeing the worst in things. I want to be so irrational in my hope that I see the glimmer of light, regardless of the situation that I'm in.
here's the story that stood out to me. It was when he was at church and somebody was going through like some financial situations,
Yeah.
and he would go home and cry for them.
I know, right?
I was like, because he was this sensitive but tough kind of guy, and he was joking around.
Yeah,
and,
he was always joking. Yeah.
Right? And so for me to hear that, right? And then as they were leaving, I was talking to one of the sons, and he goes, "Hey," like Seth and I, right? And he goes, "Hey, ¿cómo estás, hermano? Like, how are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing good." I'm like, "I'm sorry." And he goes, "Listen, I know so much about your life." And I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, like, I know more about you guys than I know about my nephews and nieces.
What do you mean?
And I go, what do you mean? He goes, because when they would visit his dad, they would just talk about the members.
Oh.
And like he would talk about me and he would talk about my family and how many kids and all these different things. And he goes, yeah, so I feel like I know you so well. He goes, he loved you so much.
Oh my gosh.
And not like it and again, he
I didn't even know that he knew you.
bro.
I literally didn't even know.
Dang. This is what I'm talking about. You are a memorable experience.
He is like a celebrity. He's like, what was it? An LDS celebrity? You're like,
The what?
the Brampton Steak celebrity. The Ontario. Because you are known among other steaks. Look at you. Look at you shine. I almost like hit my teeth.
I hope so. I hope one of these days that you laugh so hard for the wrongest reason.
I know. I just leave it there for full out.
So just to let you know, it's like the Mike 2, Maria 0. There's been 2 times.
Yes, I'm learning. I guess I have difficulties with spatial awareness when it comes to this. Maybe I get so deep into the conversation that I'm like. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Yeah. So that was a very wonderful experience, but it did open my eyes to kind of like really emphasize the kind of life that I want to live and the kind of life I want to be remembered by.
Yes, me too.
Okay, I'm talking about me, right? But anyways, always making it about you. Freak.
He does not like to share the limelight. That's what really your greatest problem of having me around is because now other people know
Wrong.
me. So when your name gets mentioned
Wrong.
and mine also, he literally gets upset.
That could not be farther from the truth.
It is true.
That cannot be farther from the truth.
But yet,
when I see you, like my whole body just.
it's really mean. You speak to me really mean.
I don't care. Like I'm just listen. Emotionally and spiritually, like physically, you can't do nothing to me, right? But
How do you know?
you can't.
I could do something.
You can't. Don't.
Anyway.
So you draw your powers from your words and just you're a character assassin. We've talked about this. How many times have we talked about this?
Only a Miguel character
Yeah,
assassin.
only a Miguel. Everybody else, she's nice, she's wonderful, whatever. But when it comes to Miguel, Madre.
I have to commend you on the growth you've had for since we started this podcast. This guy was like, remember, you never shared anything personal, and now you're like, blah, blah, blah.
So, I got a question for you.
Okay.
So, and I'm actually.
What's the question? I'm excited. Go.
So yesterday for church we had a Sunday school Relief Society, right? Yesterday.
Was it Sunday School Relief Society?
No. Relief Society Elders Quorum.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because I was like, I was in Young Women's. I'm like, how could that be? Anyway.
Yeah. So in our faith, the first and third of every Sunday is Sunday school, and then the second and fourth Sunday is the men separate, and then they learn how to be men in the gospel, and the women separate, and they learn how to be women in the gospel, right? Okay. Sometimes even a lot of the times it's the same message.
It is. Yeah, it is the same message.
But learn from our point of views. Right?
Exactly, because let's be honest, men and women learn differently, and the lessons are different. That's what I've come to learn and appreciate.
Yeah, there's a lot of women bashing, and when we get together, anyways.
There's a lot of man bashing in religion. No, there's not.
I've been there. Yes, I have. But an interesting point was brought out yesterday,
I'm
and
excited
I
to
did
hear.
not know this, and it blew. Like I actually brought it up in class, and I'm like, I've never seen this before. We need to talk about this. I don't. And I'm like,
was it based on a talk? Like
yeah,
what?
it's based on a talk.
Which talk?
Elder Uchtdorf's talk. I'll tell you right now. Elder Uchtdorf. He talked about do your part with all your heart.
Okay.
By Elder Uchtdorf, the last general conference, right? Because you're supposed to pick 6 conferences and then you talk about throughout until the next general conference, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so it was his talk, and I'm like, I gotta get Maria's intake on this because I like the answers. Was I satisfied? It probably satisfied 10-20%.
Ooh, okay. I'm intrigued by the question. What was the question?
So here it is. Ready? So they start talking about The gifts of the Spirit.
Question.
Yeah.
Did you ask the question, or was the question brought up in the class?
So they read the talk.
Okay.
They read a portion of the talk, like a
Okay.
paragraph, right?
Okay.
And then they started listing these
Now I
things.
want to pull it up. Yep.
Right? Hang on, before you pull it up, I don't want you to put it. I don't want you to
Okay.
look for the answers. I want to know what's in your head.
Okay.
Right?
I'm excited.
So
Okay,
I don't want
do
you to
it. Test
research
me.
it.
Test me.
I know. Hang on. Let me explain, man. Jeez. So they read it and they start talking about the gifts of the Spirit
Okay.
and how do we develop them, right? Which
Yeah.
I think is very pertinent to today's conversation.
Yes.
But before we get into deep diving in the messy middle about today's conversation, I need to know your answer here.
Okay.
Ready? So they're talking about the gifts of the Spirit. And
Okay.
if you have any suggestions, anything, like if anything sticks out, I need you to type
Weigh
it.
in on this.
Yeah, to weigh in on this, okay? So Elder Uchtdorf, an apostle in our church, talks about the gifts of the Spirit and doing our part and magnifying them like the talents, right? In the New Testament. Then he starts to list the gifts of the Spirit.
Okay.
Or some of them. There's
Okay.
100, there's tons of them, right?
Yes.
But he gets to one, and I did not know that this was a gift.
Okay, tell me.
And I am, So here are some of the gifts of the Spirit. Ready? Showing compassion, noticing people who are overlooked, finding reasons to be joyful, being a peacemaker, noticing all miracles, giving sincere compliments, forgiving, repenting, enduring, explaining things simply, connecting with children, helping others know that they belong. Okay? Now here's the one
Okay.
so all of those I've heard before.
Yes.
Okay, these are gifts of the Spirit. But then this one, I've never heard in my entire life. Sustaining leaders as a gift of the Spirit. How is that a gift of the Spirit?
Well, it takes us back to the temple, right? It's about a gift of the Spirit. This is the way that I see it as a gift of the Spirit. I remember reading the talk. When we sustain our leaders, we are more likely to be peacemakers, to be humble, and to have all these Christ-like attributes. When we don't sustain our leaders, we are quick to criticize. We are quick to think that we can do things better. We are quick to judge them. And sometimes we just don't know the full picture. We tend to judge people just based on what we see, but we never really see the whole picture, right?
Okay.
So I think it's a gift of the Spirit because it's also when we go to the temple, there's this one part where it says, no ill speaking of the Lord's anointed.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah. So that is with our leadership. That is with our ward leadership, right? And it's something that I've had to work on this past year. And I think
lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Like, oh my gosh.
Okay, let's relax. But one of the things,
a lot.
if you're not a member of our faith, we have the temple, and the temple is such a beautiful place that you can go into, and you make promises in there. And the reason why, and you develop a deeper relationship with the Lord, and in reality, it's a teaching. Like I see it as a teaching place where it helps us to, one, learn about Him, learn about His creation. Two, it teaches us what are the things that we need to do in this life, and it teaches us what to expect in the next life to come.
Okay.
Right? That's the
Fair
temple.
enough. Yep.
One of the reasons why I love the temple is because anytime that I go in there, I feel like different things stick out to me. One of the times during the summer, I was having some difficulties and some challenges just with regards to, I think we all have challenges with leadership at times.
Yeah.
And it's because we can't see their vision.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I've gone through things where I don't understand, right? And I feel upset. I feel annoyed because I'm like, my way's better. What do you mean? Kind of thing, right? But nonetheless, one of the times that I went in there, the phrase, no ill speaking about the Lord's anointed, came into mind. And I got like flashbacks of all the things of how I was not living up to that. So anyway, needless to say, for me, I do believe that that's a gift of the Spirit. A gift of the Spirit is anything that edifies and allows you to be closer to Heavenly Father and allows you to connect with others. It exemplifies attributes of Christ. Anyway, I don't know if that satisfies you, but I think that
not more, but it adds to what they were saying yesterday. And so that's, interesting. Yeah, I've never, all of these, I've seen them. I've seen the gifts. I've known about the gifts. I've studied these gifts, but this one was the first time yesterday. And so when they were reading it and then he was starting to move on, I'm like, whoa. I'm like, hang on 1 second. Now, I'm not just being cute and cuddly here. I need an answer to this question because this is the first time I'm noticing this. And I asked it, right? And so everybody chimed in and stuff, but it was very interesting. So yeah, I think your answer adds to that, and it gives me a broader view.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, and I think what makes sense to me now is that it's tied to a temple ordinance. So, or a temple covenant, right?
And that's the thing. When we go to the temple, one of my favorite things about going to the temple, actually my very, 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 very favorite, I think, promise that I make is the law of chastity and talking about fidelity and loyalty to my husband. I freaking love that every time because I'm like, what place can you go to continually make that promise that I will be faithful, I will be loyal, I will be the best I can for my spouse, right? That's one of my favorite things to go. And I just, you can make it so personal, but I do believe that there are the Lord will make it known to you the certain areas where he's like, hey, this is a stumbling block for you. You need to kind of highlight this and kind of think about the ways that maybe we can change this. Okay.
Awesome. Okay. And so to today's topic, right? It's about finishing.
You okay?
Yeah. Finish the line.
Get it out. Get it out, Miguel. Get it out.
Finishing strong. Right, and right before the year ends, kind of thing. Today's the 29th, and so we tend to have this mentality not until when the new year starts. And if you have that mentality, you've already lost.
Okay, let's not be so gleam.
I'm 100%. Oh, 100%.
You can still have that mentality and still succeed. It's just you
I don't
have to
believe
require. You can't start January of running like you may want to. You may need to take some time to
listen. I'm calling it how it is, and I'm sensitive. I try to be at least, but I'm telling you right now,
you're gonna fail.
And I've told people and they've called them out. Tegan being one of them. She goes, oh, when the new year starts. And I'm like,
let Tegan be, man.
No. Stop. I'm not being a bad person. It's not just Tegan, anybody. If anybody comes to me and says, when, then, I'm already telling you, you're not going to be successful because the when will never happen. It will never happen. It will never happen. I've known people who have had phenomenal business plans. Incredible. Like these people would be absolute millionaires right now, right? But there was always a when. When my kids are out of the house, when my kids are graduated, when I'm stop having kids.
There's never going to be a perfect
when I
time.
go back to school. Like it's never going to happen, right? And so it's you just got to do it now. Yesterday I gave a talk. I actually recorded.
You gave a talk?
Yeah, I gave a talk.
Oh, and you recorded it?
Yeah, I recorded it because I was going to send it to Elias.
Oh,
right?
nice.
And so
question. Did you have it on your phone and you press record? I'm giving a talk on the new year about goal setting and like
in a year?
No, in the new year,
in the
January.
Year? Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm like, it's so good that the talk that I was assigned was so stinking good that I was like, anyway, sorry, I took away from your story. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, really, what's new?
I totally do that.
This podcast is about Maria. It has nothing to do with you guys.
That's not true, Miguel.
Okay.
Let me, you know what? Go ahead.
No, I want conversation. I just don't.
I can't balance. I just don't know how to balance.
Just check yourself, man.
I'm sorry.
Leave that negative attitude in the back.
I should have read his sign. Check my energy before I come in.
I have a sign in my office. Check your energy before you come in.
Okay, sorry. So you recorded it?
So I recorded it, and I probably, looking back, I probably should have asked. You are allowed to record, right? You're not.
It was only is no video, but you can audio.
Yeah. So but you do need permission, right? You can't just do it, right? So I should have. And then
I guess it's better. It's easier.
Freak, man. Let me talk, woman. What? This is my story. How are you inputting on my story? You weren't there. You weren't even there. What the freak, man?
I am so sorry. Go ahead.
You mean I can talk? I can tell about my story?
My apologies, Miguel. My sincere
You know it's going to happen at least 3 more times, right? So don't apologize.
Let me see how many more times I do it.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Count.
I know.
Just count.
Okay, so you recorded it?
So I should have I should have asked for permission, but I didn't record the whole session. I just recorded my part.
Yes.
Right? So, because I wanted to send it to Elias. Because I did mention him in my talk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, but in my talk, I said, when I first started the company years ago, 15, 16 years ago, I had a mentor. He's still a mentor to my life. And he said, whatever you can do tomorrow, you can do today. And whatever you can do today, you can do now. And so that mentality, I know you were about to say something. Yes, you
I
were.
wasn't. You see me gagging.
It's like talking for her is like breathing. You gotta have.
Relax. Go. I'm listening. I'm listening intently. Let me listen.
No, you're waiting for the pause so then you can input. That's not listening.
I am listening intently. So your mentor said that. Okay.
Yeah, we're past that now.
Exactly.
Yeah, so my mentor said that, and so that's why I'm like, anyone who I've spoken to that has that mentality, when the new year, when tomorrow happens, when whatever happens, it's never, and then you're not going to accomplish it. You are not going to accomplish it. You have to have a now mentality, even if it's messy. There's a guy that I follow. He sponsors school. So we just started a school, an online school. And he talks about, what did he say? He said, you can't perfect something that hasn't been done. Right? And so if you are writing out your plan, but you don't want to start it until it's like, until it's perfect. He goes, you can't perfect that. You can't perfect what's on paper. You have to do, even if it's messy, and it should be messy, and it's going to be messy, right? So when you do, you're going to make thousands of mistakes. But now, because of those mistakes, you'll know what to do and what not to do. And then you can start reshaping. Yeah. Right? Then you can start molding, changing, taking away and adding, right? Yeah. But you have to be able to do. And then if you don't do, then you'll never be able to perfect that thing said that you want to do, right?
It's like all of us want to go in at an expert level when in reality we all have to be beginners.
You cannot teach calculus to a grade 1.
Yeah.
Right? Everything comes lines upon line, precepts upon precepts, concept upon concept. So that whole mentality about like, I'll do when, I'm telling you right now, get that out of your system. Yeah. Flush it, go to the bathroom, pee it out. I don't care what you do. Okay. You gotta.
Yes.
I'm just fired up about this topic. I'm telling you right now, nothing gets me amped up. There's a couple of things that really, really get me excited, and this is one of them. It's just you can't wait. You just got to do now. And life is so precious.
Do it now.
Well, life is so precious, right? What's going to happen if you cross the street and something hits you?
Oh my gosh, it is.
Right?
You're so true. It is so true. I just recently found this person on Instagram, and it was because they were shared their what?
It was stuck.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Anyway, so she is on a healing journey. She had lost a child about a year and a half ago. She said 500 days ago. And then on Christmas Day, she lost another child.
Yes, we were talking about that on Thursday, Friday.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, the pain. I cannot imagine.
She's an influencer, right?
Yeah. I ended up coming across her because somebody had shared her story. Yeah. And I'm like, what is happening, right? And I got intrigued. So then I ended up going down her Instagram and ended up finding out her story of how her 9-year-old had passed away. And then how now, I don't know how old her...
It was under a year. The baby, it was a baby.
I think she was a little bit older. I think she was a toddler, her recent child that passed away, right? But just even the thought of having such traumatic events happen to this family, and you're absolutely right. We don't know what can happen because both of her children passed away without
and she has
anything.
3 more, and now there's fear that it could, because it's genetic. They at first they didn't know what it was. Yeah. But now they realize it's genetic, and it's a condition where you can just like
have a cardiac arrest and
not wake up. Right?
Oh my gosh, I cannot imagine this.
Yeah, so so we were talking about her with a group of friends, and then we said that.
How dare you? And I wasn't invited.
100%. That should let you know. That should let you know the level of this. You know what? Okay. I treat this friendship. I'll tell you right now. I treat this friendship how you show up here for the podcast. Okay, I'm here. And I'm like, you're late. She goes, according to you.
It is true. According to him, I am late.
If you are not here 15 minutes early to talk about the podcast and go through the notes, then you're late. So she comes in at 3 minutes to,
It wasn't 3. It was 5 minutes
Oh,
too.
I'm sorry. A 5 mini. A 5 mini.
You sent me the notes yesterday. I knew what we were talking about.
So anyways, the people I had over, they were on time. And we were just talking about...
How dare you?
Easy.
Rub it on my face. Do it again.
The people that I had over were actually people that were on time.
Okay.
That shows up on time.
Okay.
And but no, and then here's the interesting thing is the church is moving a lot into like influencers.
It's a way of sharing the gospel.
No. But the 14, the general council for the general men, young men council, the council for the young men's presidency, the 14 men, 7 of them are influencers. So meaning they have like millions.
Well, they have social media platforms that they post and they share content.
No, we're talking about like the
Oh,
outdoor
I know.
boys.
The what? The outdoor boys?
Outdoor boys. He's in there now.
Yeah.
And he's got 11 million followers. Like this guy was banking off of YouTube. And he put that off to the side to go serve the Lord. So social media is the new thing, right? So here's the reason why I was telling you this is because this mom, her life experience and that whole thing we're talking about, Mano Ibanez, that she's going to be able to help more people than any other general conference talk because of her influence, not just to members, but to the whole world, and how this life is not the end all and be all. Like there's something more and greater in the plan of salvation, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, so that's anyways, so yeah, I don't know why you brought that up, but anyways.
You're the one that took a deep dive in it. Maybe
do it now. Do it now. You might.
Really, the reason why you took a deep dive in it was to rub it in my face. How you had people over.
It was good. It was so good. It was good people, like good, wholesome
people that don't really know you. That's what you mean.
Good. Partly yes. They don't know the ins and outs.
Me. Exactly. You just don't want to be reminded of your.
They don't know the ins and outs. 100%. Looking back, I was like, yeah, a couple of skeletons in there. So, how would you? Hang on, I got a couple of questions for you, and then we're gonna play a game.
Okay.
Why? How would you finish matter more?
What?
Hang on one second. I know it makes sense. How or why? How you finish matters more than how you started. Why is that? Why does that matter?
You struggled with the question. I had it in front of me.
It was 2 lines. It was 2 lines. I told you. One line. I'm a one-liner kind of guy.
Like a 3-word question.
Why is important?
I was like, what? I'm like, what is he reading? The question is why how you finish matters more than how you started.
That's exactly what I said. Just my tonality was different.
How you Anyway.
Why is that more important? Don't judge me. Why how you finish matters. So why is this segment is so important, or is just as important as how you start?
Because sometimes we get bogged down in the fact of the things in the past, the things that we haven't done. And in reality, what matters is what you do today. So if you have a mindset, like you said, starting out, okay, it's January. I didn't do what I said I was going to do. I didn't accomplish the goals. Now we're in December 28th. What can I do today in order to get me and build me that momentum in order to get into the new year?
Yeah.
Right? So that's why. It's because it builds confidence in you. It builds skill. It builds your ability to know that you can do hard things. That's the reason why you want to take action.
Yeah. Every day should be January 1st.
Yeah.
Every single you woke up. That means you have been gifted with another day of life to go and do something great. Right?
Yeah, I do love, in all honesty, I think this has to do a lot more with my mindset when it comes to church, is that the Lord gives us unlimited do-overs, unlimited second chances. So in my mind, even though I may have messed up, made some mistakes the day before, I wake up and I'm like, all right, it's a new day. So I can do better today, right?
Yeah. What are you grateful? What's the number one thing that you're grateful for 2025 besides me?
Not you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Not me. Not me. I don't want to be the center of your life always, right? Like it starts to get uncomfortable.
It's a twofold thing. Threefold. Yeah, it's threefold, I would say, right? My capacity to act has increased this year. It has.
What do you mean?
My capacity to follow through.
Oh,
At the
yes,
beginning of the
yes,
year.
100%.
Yeah,
I thought you meant something else.
Oh, no, not act. Not like legit, like drama act. No, my capacity to follow through has increased a lot from years before.
Okay.
My capacity to lead has increased. And
Okay.
I also have seen how, it's like I was thinking about how, okay, backstory. The reason why I'm giving you this backstory because I feel like it matters today for our family. We were at church yesterday, and our ward doesn't have a lot of babies, right? It's
Okay.
just the nature of
Are
things.
you pregnant?
No, I'm not pregnant. That'd be like, that would, I don't know how I'd feel. I'm 41 going to 42,
So
getting
what?
pregnant at this age. And also I'm living the dream. My kids are doing chores. I can leave without worrying about babysitting. Like, but even if I had a baby, I have older kids. So I don't know. Anyway, I don't have a baby. Anyway. The reason why is I was sitting in church yesterday, and we have a family that's visiting. And Ikam, shout out if you're listening or watching.
Hey, Ecom.
And she has a sweet little baby, right?
Okay.
And during the sacrament hour, so during the first hour, I could hear her baby. And it brought me so much joy. The reason why it brought me joy is because I'm like, these are parents that are doing their best to come to the gospel. Because with a baby, it's easier to stay home.
Yeah.
It's easier because there are naps. It's easier because you have everything. You have entertainment. You can rest. But these are parents that are bringing their kids.
Yeah.
Anyway, fast forward, it reminded me of what I felt when I was a young mom. And then it reminded me of when I felt empty and I was angry that I had to come to church. And I'm like, why am I even here?
Really?
I went through a period of that because I was in the hallways. I couldn't participate in church. I couldn't get to know people. I wasn't in a good space in my mind. So I was angry. I'm like, why am I even here? And it wasn't until someone had shared, or maybe I read it somewhere where it says that the Lord sees your effort and it counts it as if you had been participating in class.
Yeah.
And with that in my mind, I proceeded forward and I changed my attitude. And, Mike and I would be in the Relief Society room while talks were going on, and we still came, right? Fast forward now where my kids are like 14, 12, like they're older. And those small choices that we made, I now see the fruit of those choices based on my
100%.
kids' demeanors, based on their knowledge of the gospel, based on like even how they joke. They joke. Even like some of the jokes that come out are like scriptural based, like certain things that you realize that the kids know because the kids have been aware of it, right?
You got good kids.
Yeah, they are. They're
Very
really
good.
amazing.
Good job, Mike.
It's not me. It's all Mike.
No, we know.
Anyway, but I think that's one of the greatest things that I feel I really feel. Another word is proud. Is just the growth that my kids have had in the gospel this past year.
Okay.
And as a family, I feel like we really have prioritized the gospel. And then the last thing, well, I did say the follow through, and then the last thing is just with regards to doing the uncomfortable, right? Doing the uncomfortable with being committed to MTC. Committed, yes. That it's uncomfortable, guys.
I don't know. It was a chore, man.
No, it's not a chore. I love it. I literally love it. No, it's not a chore. But the reason why I say that is because here, hold my hand.
No, man.
Because
Why are you
the
touching my
reason why I
drink?
say that is because I have insecurities when it comes
I
to
know.
like certain things, right? But I'm like getting over my own insecurities and like showing up has
So-
been like a big thing for
So
me.
to give props to where props is due, like I've built this company 15 years, right, in the making kind of thing. And so I've done a lot, not to toot my own horn, but like the longer you are in something, the more doors get open for you,
Yes,
the
and
more
it's
connections you
intimidating for
make.
me.
Right. So I've been able to work with reputable, right, organizations, the Canadian Mental Health Association, First Nations Tribes Up North, all the boards in Ontario, the ministry now, like, so there's a lot of studies and a lot of programs that I've put out. And so all of a sudden she comes in to an established organization. And so she, like, you came in like, I don't know if I can
I
do
was
this.
like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, because I'm like, you already have established business
Yeah.
with established like things, and I come in and I'm like,
Can
I
you
have
wipe
no
your
idea.
face, please?
What?
You got liquids all over. Like, honestly.
Was it the water? Sorry, it was the water.
No, I know, but how do you?
I don't know. I get like you
It's
couldn't
a
even
small
see it.
spout, dude. Like, why? How do you get it? No, honestly, like I'm drinking out of this, and I've been able to keep it inside my mouth. You have the smallest spout on that thing,
It's like all
and it's
over
just
my
all
face.
over her face.
First of all, it was just a little bit above my lip.
Are you
That's
sure?
It. Yes, it was water. Like,
Okay.
I don't even know. Like, stop looking at me.
I'm talking to you, and just to let you know how much you have, that I'm looking at you, but I can
You're making
see
me
it every.
laugh.
Holy crap! Like, look, it's a mason jar, right?
Look at you. That's disgusting. You have things coming out of everywhere. Anyway, let's get back. What were you saying?
Bruh. You're gonna pay for that one.
Anyway.
I don't know how. So next week we're gonna talk about revenge. And how sweet.
It was very sweet. That revenge was very sweet. Anyway, you were saying? We were talking about like discomfort, I think, and me stepping into an organization
Yeah,
that was
and
already.
then you're stepping into an organization, right? And who
It
cares?
was yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway,
so she's been doing good. Mm-hmm. Frick.
anyway, what about you?
Well, we don't have a lot of time, so I want to play this game with you.
Okay, okay. What's the game?
Did you see that? Did everybody see that?
Nobody saw it.
If you are listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, because we're on there,
Yes.
we should start promoting that stuff,
I
man.
know. If you don't know, we are on Spotify and we are on Apple. I
And
think those are the two. We're also, you can replay on YouTube as well. There's a ton of shorts that go out as well with regards to our podcast. So please make sure you follow on there.
You know what the funny thing is? Our Spotify numbers are pretty high. Mm-hmm. And we didn't even promote it, so I don't even know how we're getting traction.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, but
so let's start promoting. We should be promoting that.
okay.
Can you take a moment and be?
Yeah.
I know you have your bestie there writing you, so just
I
take a
do.
moment.
I do. I have somebody important.
I know. I see it. I can read it. It's just
Okay.
kidding. Okay, go.
Okay, so I'm gonna have the 4 questions. Don't look at them.
Okay.
So I have the 4, and I want you to just finish the sentence.
Okay.
Simple question, and then I have a story, and then here's how we're gonna finish off. One final advice for the audience.
That we've learned in 2025, heading into 2026.
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
You can do, which is one final advice to get them ready for 2026.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So while you think of that, we're gonna play this game. I got 4 questions here for her. Just see how she answers it, and it's got to be rapid fire. There's no like, let me philosophicalize it. Philosophilize.
Just be careful with your words, because sometimes you say things that are
Oh,
like.
dude, trust me. Did I
This is why he invites people that don't really know him, because the things that come out of his mouth, he's like.
Philosophilize.
It's okay. Move on.
Philosoph.
I can't even think of the word either, but it's okay. Go ahead. Move on. Philosophize? Philosophize?
Is that it?
I'm not sure.
Philosophize it. So don't philosophize it. Don't
I think we
philosophicalize.
might just have made up a word, but go ahead.
Yeah. So just first things that come to your mind. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to finish this year as someone who.
Follows through.
All right. The energy that I'm choosing to carry into next year is.
Hope.
If I give my best this month, my life will shift by.
A lot? I don't know. Are you like by what? Like, I don't know. Okay.
If I give my best this month, my life will shift by.
That I don't. My life will shift by a lot. The only word that comes to mind is a lot.
Okay. Plenty.
Plenty.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I am grateful for. Miguel.
I know, that's the first word that came to mind,
Did
and
you
I
see
didn't
that?
want to see it.
Miguel.
You tricked me. You tricked me into that one.
Me.
I think the only reason why is because you were asking the question. So that just anyway, let's move on.
Just admit it.
Here, let me
accept
ask you the questions. Hold on, I'll ask you. Are they here?
Yeah, they're on.
Okay, ready? Okay, ready for you? Whatever comes to mind first. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to finish the year as someone who
Is remembered.
the energy I am choosing to carry into next year is.
Happy.
If I give my best this month, my life will shift by.
100,000.
Very good. I'm grateful for.
Not Maria.
I think the same. I was gonna prompt you. I was like, take it.
All kidding aside, December tends to be a year of reflection, and I've been doing a lot of reflection, a lot of planning. I've started my Disney plan last week, or Disney map, and so I started thinking about this podcast, and I still remember where I was when I called you, and then I said, "Hey, I have this idea. We're of similar caliber. We listen to the same books. We listen to the same talks. We're of similar energy." And before I could even ask, she's like, "I'm in." And so I'm like, "Do you want to do a podcast?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm in."
That was uncomfortable too, eh?
And
That was so uncomfortable for me.
What is?
At first, when I said yes to the podcast.
But do you remember? So hang on 1 second. So, and this is where, and I don't know if you can remember this, but
Okay.
actually the memory just came back when I asked you, let's do the podcast. And then it was it was in the middle of the week because I was at a school, Our Lady of Lourdes. I was in the parking lot.
Okay.
And then the thought came to me, I need to start a podcast. Who do I have? Who do I know? You came to mind. I called you right there on the spot. And you asked and you're like, yes, let's do it. And then you said, when do we start? And I go, this Monday. And you're like, already? And I'm like, yeah, this Monday. Like, give me time to prep the software, get the things or whatever, but we're starting this Monday. And then you're like, okay, yeah, let's do it. I don't know what we're doing, but yeah, let's start the Monday. And we did. And so again, it's the whole now mentality.
And it was messy. I remember
it was ridiculous, right? Like our first couple, we were awkward and we didn't have this setup.
Yeah, it was awkward. I think there was a lot of growth. And this is our third year doing it, I think.
Yeah. 120th episode. Today's our 120th episode.
Yeah.
But you can't perfect something that hasn't been created, right? Or something that hasn't been done. Yeah. And creation doesn't mean it's on paper. Like you have to do it.
You have to do it. You have to follow through.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. So you can't perfect the child if you're thinking about getting pregnant. You have to have the child first, make the mistakes, and then perfect it as you go. Whoa, that was deep,
That
bro.
wasn't deep. That was how can you perfect a child? You can improve your parenting with the second, the third, and the fourth.
Yeah, but you still have to have them.
You still have to have the one. Like if you want to be a good parent, the books will prime you, but they will not be the same as having a child.
Exactly.
And help you develop those skills.
Exactly. So go out, find a child.
Find a child.
I mean, hang on a second. Time out.
Don't be afraid to have kids. Have kids.
There you go. That's what I meant to say. So here's a quick story, right? And I think my final message to whatever, and I literally just learned about. I heard about the story before, but it was a very very interesting. Robert Clack.
Okay.
He was a professor at Dartmouth.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of this study?
No.
So back in the 1970s, he grabbed a bunch of people, like a group of people, and he put them, and he was going to get them ready to mingle inside a room, kind of thing, right? Whatever. Half of the people he had, so before they went in, he took half of the people and he drew a scar on their face, big, huge, massive scar from ear to lips.
Okay.
Right, and so he gave them a mirror. Right before they entered the room, he gave them a mirror. They all looked themselves in the mirror. They looked at the scar. It was like this horrible scar, whatever. And he goes, okay, great. And he put the mirror down. He goes, listen, let me do a little bit of a touch up, right? And so he put a little bit of touch up and stuff like that. And so they went in, and every single one of them came back out saying that they felt misjudged or they were judged because they had this scar. Mm-hmm. That people treating them bad, people treating them like weird, differently, and they looked at them, and then there's something wrong with these people. Now, if you actually go back, right before they went in, so they looked at themselves in the mirror, they saw the scar, and when he said, "Let me put on this mascara," what he was actually doing was erasing the scar.
It was their perception.
So they went into this room thinking that they had a scar because that's what they saw in the mirror.
Dang.
And so when
powerful.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
And so they came out thinking that they were being judged and all these different things.
So they behaved differently.
Right.
And because they behaved differently, people were like, okay, what's kind of...
So self-perception, right, and self is so key to human progression.
Yeah, it's true.
If you see yourself as a victim, if you see as somebody who's like, oh, nobody likes me, whether it be race, color, creed, gender, whatever the case is, if you start to see yourself as this person, like nobody likes me, or I can't progress because, or the man is taking me down, or the man's putting me down, or because of that person I can't progress, or I'm big, I'm small, I'm skinny, I'm overweight, or whatever the case is. Whatever you perceive, whatever you see yourself in the mirror, that's how you're going to feel. That's not necessarily how people are going to treat you, right?
Yeah.
And so this experiment was absolutely powerful because none of them had that scar, but all of them came back and said, yeah, we were treated differently.
Same perception. And plus you're in a group of people, and when the other person's like, yeah, I was treated that way, the other person's like, wait, me too.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
you tend to have that tribal thinking.
Yeah.
What you said reminds me of a quote. I forget what her name is. It's the founder of It Cosmetics. And she said, you will never rise above what you feel you're worthy of, or you will never accomplish that of what you feel you're worthy of,
Absolutely.
right? And it's so true. Like you said, if you have perception and you're like, oh, I can't because I'm not worthy of it, or I can't because I think I'm this, that, and that, then you're not going to achieve it. It's first breaking down those barriers.
Yeah. So I always tell, there's a workshop that I give, and at the end I always tell them, change the kink in your think, right? Change the kink. I don't know if you ever remember there's an old Disney bounding. There's a cantaloupe, jackalope that would bounce, and then the sheep would get.
I don't think I've seen that movie, but
It's actually pretty good. It's super powerful. It's called bounding, right? Or bounding. Anyways.
Okay.
And so at the end, he goes, this sheep, he feels that everybody's judging him because he doesn't have his wool, because the farmer comes in and shaves him off, and he sees the skinny little guy, whatever. He goes, I'm not worth much. He goes, this guy keeps coming back every so often. He shaves me to the bone. I'm the skinny kid. People are making fun of me.
And so you're hiding. You're not like.
And so he goes, you're more than just your wool, right? Like by the looks of it, there's a kink in your think. You gotta change this, and then you can jump great heights, kind of thing. So my message for 2026 going in there, and again, now that the thing is now, you got to change now. After hearing this podcast, contact us, find motivational stuff, read your books, hit your Bible and pray, do your meditation, but you got to change the way you think about yourself, because if you don't, 9 times out of 10, you're wrong. So
That was good. I don't even have anything. I think we should just end with Miguel's words here. I know he'd be very, very. Get on your pedestal, Miguel.
I am.
It's all good. Get on your pedestal.
I am. This is why I'm what you're grateful for.
Right. And I'm what you're grateful for.
I'm grateful that.
He's grateful for Maria, her ride or die attitude. You are. I know you are. See, he can't even deny it.
Can I drink
Ride
my
or
drink
die.
without you? Like, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna wait.
Do it.
I'm
I
gonna wait
dare
until you leave my house.
Do it. I did. Go. Have
Nope,
your drink.
I
Have your
am not.
electrolytes. Have his electrolytes. Anyway, so when we come back, it's going to be the new year. We wish you a wonderful, wonderful end of the year.
Yeah.
Hope you spend it with family, with friends, and doing things you enjoy.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, if you like, share, subscribe to all of our social sites that are right here, please, and then help somebody go get this message across. And
Yes, remember we're on Apple, Spotify. Please leave us a review there. If you leave a review, I think we'll be more visible to others as well.
yes, absolutely.
Get a minute, don't know. Get a minute of your time. Get a minute of your. Let it.
I sure gotta live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my side. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. God of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure, it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its side. Fall down, that from my height, cause I didn't see the plank I have in my eye. In yourself when no one's to be found. What keeps you eased out? What takes you off your mind?
Yes, you want this, I want this.